Hello there. Look at that. I'm streaming again. It's been a minute. We're going to play a new game in a new style of content. This game is known as Vermillion Vr. This is a oil painting simulator in virtual reality. I've spent many hours today setting things up earlier today and getting things working to do this because it's some weird trickery to pull this off. But anyway, and to make sure this is like a watchable experience, this game is very quiet, so I will be playing some lo-fi hip-hop in the background, some royalty-free lo-fi. We will have that running in the background of this game. There's a little bit of rain and stuff, and you can hear my brush sounds in this game, but it's very nice. It's a very relaxing experience, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to switch over to our VR view here. Now you can see what I see in the game to a T, which is nice. We can move around here. I'm going to get back in my position now. We have all kinds of stuff. This is what I was working on in my test stream when I did a 23-minute private stream of this, just testing things out, making sure that it streams really well. I bought this at 2 o'clock in the morning last night because I remembered this game existed, and I realized, oh hey, I can play this now. Probably should stream it, but it took a lot to actually pull this off. But anyway, there's all kinds of cool stuff with this game. It's a very, very detailed game, and it's only like $19. I bought it for 15. It's great. So this is like our sub menu thing. This is the layers of this canvas, and I can move this wherever I'd like. You can also watch YouTube on here, so you can have like a YouTube tutorial, like a Bob Ross tutorial pulled up while you do this, right? And then you've got like your different palettes, so I can reset this palette or I can make a new palette or something like that. These are the default ones. There's spectator options, there's like your general settings, things that I can adjust, I can save. I can also export my images as a high resolution file, so I can go and have that like printed out in real life and do something with it. So that's really cool. So that's all like the technical stuff. But now in the actual game, like the game part of this, like we can make this go away for now. So you can do all kinds of stuff with this. This is our palette table. I can pick up the palette. This is unlimited paint. This is of these colors. There's unlimited of all of it. So it's really nice. I can put it back and hold it if I want to, or I can just leave it there. And say this is in a position that I want to change. I can just grab this. I can roll it anywhere that I can reach. I can roll this anywhere. You've got the nice rolly wheels and such. I can raise it up and down. So if I were to stand, I felt like playing this sitting down because my arms are going to be extended for a very long period of time without any support. So test of good muscle strength, but it's all right. So yeah, anyway, so this is like it was really smooth animation, so I can do this with, make any adjustments that I need. This is a comfortable spot for that. And then the same thing goes with our rack of all of these brushes. You know, I can raise and lower this as I need, and I can move it in any direction that I choose, so I can even turn it all the way around if I, for some reason, felt like that. I like having it like here, usually. So then you can adjust the canvas. When you make a new painting, you can actually change the size of the canvas to any any size that you want, actually. I chose this size of canvas. You'd use this thing, you'll adjust. This makes it bigger so we can see it easier. If I wanted to do some like really detailed work or something, we could change that. But if I was making a new canvas, which you'll see momentarily, then you could do cool stuff with it. This has tons of adjustments. I can raise and lower this if I really want to. This is a better spot for here. These adjustments are really nice. I can change like how close it is to me, how far away, how if it's up or down, like the angles that it sits at, and I can also just move the whole thing if I really wanted to. And then this thing down here is really cool. So I've got like a color right here, and say we'll take our palette knife, and I'm just gonna like, this is like a testing area, so you can see, oh, I made this new color, I want to test out how it looks. I'm gonna put this palette knife back. Now say I'm done with this, you just wipe back over it. And same goes for the other direction as well. So if I were to do this, spread it out there, and then I can go back over it as well, and it's very satisfying. And so yeah, this is just like a basic test painting. So we can go over here, and then it goes back to normal. You can do all kinds of really cool stuff with this. Actually, what I might do is, because it's evening right now, I'm actually going to change our time of day in this place to the evening. This is much more appropriate. This feels a lot more fitting. There's also a manner. There's like a different environment. I like this. This looks a lot nicer, I feel, than this. This looks kind of creepy. I like this space for painting a little bit more, so we're gonna go with that. But yeah, I suppose we can go over here now, and I can make a new canvas. We'll save this one as is and start a new one. Here I should say, these ones I did not make myself. These were don't worry about that one. We are not going to discuss my first painting at all. We're going to start a new painting. Alright, so here was what we can do. We can make this any size that we would like. You can go in between sizes if you choose to, but these are these outlines are like standard painting sizes, but you can go in between them if you really feel like it. So like we can go to the size of like the maximum standard sizes that exist, or we can just do whatever we want. I want to go with a little bit of a smaller one today. I think maybe this is nice. I think, yeah, we'll do that. I think that's nice. And then you just kind of put your hand in there, and then there's our canvas. And then we got a little light here for us as well. There's a little bit of paint left over, it seems. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna reset our palette as well, so we have fresh start on that. A different time that I do this, I might follow a Bob Ross tutorial. I'm not insanely good at free painting, and there's a little bit more limitations in this compared to real life. It's extremely detailed and very, very advanced. However, there are some limitations just because it's almost impossible to program some of the specific interactions. But anyway, so this works very similarly to how oil painting works in real life. So, for example, I'm gonna start off, and I want to make some kind of like I guess we could do some kind of cloud color, right? Or maybe start with the sky first. So we'll take this lighter blue. I'm gonna move it over here. And if I press a button, I can just remove the paint. I can actually wipe it off here. If I take some of this, I can wipe off the paint on this rag, and then that rag will go away. It'll clear off later. But I prefer pressing the button because it guarantees me that I get all the paint off. But yeah, we're gonna just do this. Enjoy your royalty-free lo-fi. Do some painting. I cannot actually do paintings in my room near my computer, so I wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing normally anyway. So I wouldn't be able to like do an actual painting stream, that would be fun. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to do. I wouldn't really realistically currently be able to do that. But that's all right. This is kind of like a sunset kind of sky, it looks like. Maybe bring a little bit of dark red in there. We're just gonna sit here and see what I can get out of this. That's a nice color, actually. Yes, I think we'll go with more of the dark red. And kind of blend that in there. I like the look of that. I also like how the lighting reflects off of everything. It's very cool. Here's actually a fun thing I want to do really quick. I'll save it for later. There's a dedicated blending brush. That's actually really nice. I have to test that out because I haven't used that yet. Because I'm used to using these types of brushes and a palette knife. However, I actually do want to test this out because I've never used a blending brush, and I think that might blend things a little bit more smoothly in this because the blending is kind of weird sometimes. I'm going to set that there for now. And we're going to look at this. Let me think. We're going to take our 2-inch brush. Also, one nice thing, say I'm holding the 2-inch brush in a way that I don't like, so I can just press this button and I can rearrange my hand any way that I choose to around this brush based on how I would hold it in real life. So something like this, or actually it's a little bit like this, a little closer to that. There we go. So I hold it like that roughly. It's hard to show it in VR, but anyway, that's nice. And then it saves that position, so I can hold my hand at, if I just one. So if I hold it in my hand even like this, and I grab this guy, it'll still pick it up the same way that I normally hold it, which is nice. It saves that position for me. So we're gonna load our bristles with this, and the bristles actually move with the when it's pressed down upon. So you can see we have a decent amount of paint there, and we're just gonna put it on there on our canvas. This is more of a purple than I would have liked, but it's all right. Now, because we don't have like a coat of liquid white paint on this canvas, that's kind of why our things don't work the same way that we might want them to. But that is all right. And now, I want to test out this blending brush. Oh yes, that's a lot nicer. Yeah, I want to do something like this to our surface. Oh, it doesn't take up any of the paint, which is really nice. It doesn't like absorb any paint into the bristles. We're just gonna blend this out a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna go for yet. I want to smooth out the sky a little bit, and I think I want to bring in a lighter shade mixed in here as well. So I want to add. So I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna take our palette knife. We're gonna grab a little bit of this. We're gonna move it up here. And I'm going to grab some white and throw that and mix that into this. And maybe just add some more red to it. Like a bright red. Because I want it to be a contrasting color with the sky to an extent, but I also want it to complement the sky well. So I wanted it to be visibly different, but I also want it to fit nicely within the theme of this sky that we've created. Let me think. I might add a little bit more sky. Just to the bottom, just because you can have some extra sky and we can paint over it later, which is nice. So yeah, we'll just, like, each individual bristle is simulated in a wacky way, so it's very detailed, and this is very advanced, and it's amazing the technology that's gone into this to make this work so well. That's a good amount of sky because we can always paint over it later. The joy of painting, as one might say. We're gonna blend this out and round out these edges, kind of. What I should have done is what I should have done initially. So I should have come in from this side and then left more of a lighter white area. Actually, no, we wouldn't do that for this guy. Never mind. I'm not thinking of things correctly. I would do that for water. Okay. Let's see, it's very tricky to deal with because my hands are very shaky, and it's very accentuated in VR, especially when holding this thing. But it's alright. It's mainly because I don't have anything to steady my hands on. Because in real life, when I'm painting, it's a lot different because there's no actual canvas that I can mess with here. So it's a strange experience for me, but it's been really fun. I haven't played a lot of this game. I think I've played maybe 40 minutes total. When I tested it out this morning, and then on the 20-minute private live stream. However, I've really enjoyed it as I've gotten to learn more of it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we've got this lighter color here, so I'm going to take our 2-inch brush and I'm going to load this with some paint. And then I think I want to just kind of like... Actually, what I might do is I'm going to take our... we're going to switch this to a bristle 1-inch brush, so now I can kind of dot in this into this space here. Hold on. So I want to just kind of like dot it in there. Let's see. Add a little bit more into this. Oh yes, this is actually working a lot better. So if we do, this is a painting technique that I use in real life. It's just hard to do exact in VR, where you use these little cross patterns, kind of, to place tiny amounts of paint in the sky here. And then it kind of blends well with the rest of the sky. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this blending brush. I'm going to kind of like work things out a little bit on this section. Just a little bit so it smooths out some more. Like that. That looks really nice. This one I want to smooth out like that some more. There we go. That looks very, very nice. Okay. See, now we're getting somewhere with this. I'm really liking how this is turning out so far. So what we can do now is we're going to continue with this process. You know, you just kind of get a little bit of paint on there. You know, you just kind of do these little crisscross patterns in the sky, and that creates the variation in the different depths of the sky. You might have noticed this in the painting that I made for you. Is that physical painting? There's a lot of that in the sky if you look very closely. The implementing different colors into the sky in different ways, so then when you look at it from a distance, it changes how it looks drastically and looks a lot more detailed. But overall, it's not something that's very difficult to achieve necessarily. It's a little bit trickier to pull off in VR, I must say. And then every so often it auto saves this painting for me, just in case anything happens. And we'll also save it when we're done, just in case. I'm really liking how the sky is turning out right now. This looks really good. I also like having unlimited paint. That's like really, really nice. This is very nice. I'm enjoying this. Also are interesting. I actually do enjoy some lo-fi hip-hop. Some of it's very nice. It can be very relaxing. This playlist is this is a really massive playlist on Spotify that I'm going with. All right, we're gonna set our palette down. I'm gonna put this back. I'm going to come in with a blending brush here, and I want to kind of make these things a little bit nicer looking, a little less harsh. I like the more cloud-like parts of it, like so. And see, now it looks way, way different than when we started, even though we did very minimal work. And now it looks like a very real sky now, because if we change our lighting here, like... This sky is much different. There's this harsh light point in the middle here, but I can't do much about that. But so now like if we look at it from the side and things like that, this is a way different effect than when we started with just that solid purple color by itself, and now it looks actually like a sky with clouds in it, and I think this is turning out very nicely already. I'm not sure what else we're going to add to this yet, because I don't have much of an idea where I want to go with it. I want to smooth out all these rough edges here. There's like some bits of... because the paint is three-dimensional, so it's hard for me to look at it directly because of the way this works. But so the paint has actual thickness and depth to it on the canvas, which is really cool. And I'm going to blend out all these harsh edges, because the way the bristles are simulated on these brushes, you know, sometimes you end up with some like weird spots. So that's why you can take this blending brush and smooth everything out. See that now this looks very, very nice. This is like a very nice sky, something that I would try to paint in real life. I like this sky. So this is like an evening sunset kind of thing that we're going for. not too. That's actually somewhat similar to the sky in the painting that I made for you, but this has been really interesting. All right, one moment. I must check something really quick. All right. Anyway, we're gonna continue with our painting. Yeah. Oh, here. Oh, we can actually. That's something I haven't been doing that I would like to do next, which we can do here in a second. First, I think I want to put some water into this painting in some way. I want to put like maybe a river. I think I want to go with more of a lake in this picture. I've done rivers before, and I've done one lake in the past, and I want to kind of. I think I know what I could do to create kind of a lake that I might want to go with. It'll be trickier to get this because this lake wouldn't be as vibrant, because we need a lake with a similar color to how the sky looks. So we need a darker purple, or more purpler, yes, a darker kind of lake, a deeper color of purple and red rather than a blue. Normally for a lot of the lakes that I've done, they're much like brighter blue color. So in this case, because this is more of an evening time, I think I want to go with a slightly darker colored water. And in that case, we'll kind of change up where our light reflects off the water as well. And then I'll figure out what I want to add from there. I wonder if we should put a mountain in this. I'm not sure yet though. We could put like a mountain like right here. If we put like a mountain here and then put in the water from the sides, I think that could turn out pretty cool. Sure. I think for the next stream I will change up the lo-fi hip-hop so it fits more with the theme. I know this lo-fi hip-hop is not bad, but I think I want to like change it up a little bit later. Maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna just blend this for a little bit. It's bothering me. And for people with shaking hands like myself, there's also stroke stabilization, which is really cool. So it's a setting that I only use it sometimes if I'm mainly if I'm trying to draw a straight line, where you can't tell when it's on, because I don't have it on most of the time, based on what I want to do. However, I will probably do that later. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to go with, if we put some kind of mountain here, I think, okay, we're going to place it on top of this. And what we're going to do, because of the way this is going to work, we're actually going to, because the way these colors blend of just a little bit differently than real life, we're actually going to go to a second layer. So the mountain is going to be on top of the sky, so the sky remains intact. The really nice sky that we've created here, it remains intact. And then our, let me think, then our mountain goes on top of that. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I want to just grab a little bit more of this and kind of add it in like a little bit bigger amounts here. Okay. Oh, now we get to do the cool part. I can dunk it in our paint thinner, and I can do this. The thing that I do in real life with the paints all the time. And look at that, now our brush is clean. I got a little bit of paint thinner on there. So now I'll take our blending brush. We're just gonna blend to no tomorrow. That. There we go. That adds a lot more vibrance to that section of the sky that was very empty. And look at that. See now how we've got all these like if we look here, like the clouds down here, they have this highlight underneath them of shadow because of the way we blended them into the sky. So if we notice all the bottom parts, when you pull things up, you create more of the darker color underneath. You can fade it out at the bottom, so it creates a shadow effect. A lot of this is done with very minimal effort and not a lot of thinking about it, which makes the process very nice. I accidentally created that on layer 2. That was the problem there. Whoopsie. Okay, I want to remove that entirely, actually. Let's see, we're going to take our clean rag, because that's not going to do anything, because we're on layer 2. I forgot. Whoopsie. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. So what we're actually going to do is go back to layer 1. Hold on, I actually want to... Can I, like... So there's not a lot of removing of this that we can do, can we, really? That's alright, though. You know, we'll keep it like that, you know, it's perfectly fine. This actually still looks nice, though. I'll take the blending brush, do a little bit more with it. Alright, cool. That's fine, we'll work with it, you know? Gotta adapt. It's happy little accidents, as one might say. We're gonna go back to layer 2 here. That's what I want to blend out, or that's not the right thing. I'm gonna do this. Alright. That still looks relatively nice. Now, the reason that section didn't blend very well, obviously, is because, well, there's nothing to blend it on. There's no purple there on that layer, technically. Anyway, I'm going to go down here. We're going to take our palette knife, and we're going to grab a mixture of colors here. So, with a lot of colors, you might not realize that you might see on an oil painting, you might not realize the colors that are actually within that color that you see. So for example, the darker parts of the mountain in the painting that I made for you actually contain some blue and some red, and there's a little bit of black in there and things like that, and it creates this deeper color rather than just going with a flat black. Even though they might look similar at first, they are actually very different color compared to what you might think. So we're going to mix some colors here. Having unlimited paint is very nice, I must say. We want this to be a lot darker now. So we're going to go with like a little bit of this. And then we're going to come in with this midnight black here. And we're going to mix that in small amounts. The midnight black is a very, very strong color when it comes to oil painting. And so you want to work with it sparingly. Okay, so that's going to do what I wanted to in a second. I just needed to test that. Okay, so I think this is an optimal color. So we got to figure out where we want to place our mountain here. I have to think about that. So I think I'll do here. I'm gonna load this onto our palette knife. This is how I create mountains normally. So start with, let me think about this for a second. And then we go down swooping. So we start with that. So we start with here. So we can go like kind of come up here and then go like that with it. It's hard to. Okay. So we've got something going there. We're gonna put. We created like a little bit of a peak there. We're gonna have it roll off the end there. Notice how we keep it a little bit thinner, like we let the black kind of thin out after a certain point. There we go. And there we go. So this is the start of our mountains for now. Might come in here just a little bit and move things around a little more. That spot. Let's see. There we go. All right. So now this is the start of our mountains. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our just a clean brush here, and we're going to pull this downwards. So what we'll do is we're going to take this and we're just going to pull it downwards. This does not work the same way it does in real life. Hold on. Alright, so we got to think about this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I got you. I got you. I see what I have to do here. Okay, this works very differently from what I'm used to. That's alright. Okay, and there we go. So we've got something going here. And now what we'll do is we're going to create a snow color of some type. So we'll take our palette knife, so we can, because like this stuff can be covered up with terrain at a different point. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our palette knife and we're going to make another new color. Wow, look at that. So this time, snow color is going to be, actually again, snow is often a combination of different colors when creating these oil paintings. So like the snow is a combination of a white, a blue, and a red, for example. I'm going to pull some of this out this way. And we're going to bring in some of this bright red, like this color, and then mix that with some what is this color again? This phthalo blue, and this is just a light blue. I'm going to add some light blue to this, and then bring a lot more white back into it again, because we want it to be, we're going to have different parts, two different parts of this color here. Okay, so we've got that color to start with, and now we're going to kind of place our snow down. By grabbing our paint here, kind of letting it trail along. So we're going to get a lot of it on there, and then we're going to let this just kind of trail. Okay. Gonna do this. I'm going to. There you go. What I might do is actually, with the snow can be on a separate layer to this. I'm going to bring in some of the black again over this to even things out once more. So yeah, I have to think in layers because this of the way this changes things a little bit. So on this third layer here, now we can take our white and pull this across a little bit better. You know, I can come in here, I can do that. You know, and then come in with like a little bit off to the side. See, now this is a better snow right here. This is how you create snow normally. This snow is not very good over here. I think I want to clean that up a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna clean this up the best I can. This is not the best snow over here, but we're going to work with it anyway, because I'm still learning this game. It is, because it doesn't, creating things is not exactly the same as how it is in real life, but this is like the first real painting that I've been going for in this game that isn't like a meme or just like a test. So I mean, we're still learning the works of this, you know. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go back to like layer 2 here, and I'm going to pull down this color, and then go to layer 3 and pull this down some more. There we go. I'll add this isn't a very good mountain. This is probably one of the worst mountains that I've done, but that's okay. You know, we're still learning the program. We're getting somewhere. You know, it takes time to learn these things, as it does. Come in here, I'm gonna remove this. But, you know, it's just a happy little accidents. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh no, I'm not. Oh wait, this is on the second layer. Yeah, that's okay. You see? We all make mistakes. Just happy little accidents. It's a learning experience, you know? It takes time. Alright. Sometimes when I look up like that, I'm checking if anyone has arrived in chat. Say color dragger. Whoa. What the hell? This is something that might actually help us. Hold on. Let me go into... Oh wow, that's okay. That's the tool we should have used originally when I was creating this. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so because this isn't a tool that I have in real life. Okay, so for future reference, use the different tool there. This thing, color dragger. Okay, that works a lot better overall, I'd say, comparatively. I still want to smooth this out some more. I'm going to actually take our blending brush from this little guy here. We're just going to smooth these out. Normally, so this is a much flatter mountain than I would have liked, but that's okay. Or what we could do is come over it. We get a little bit of our color, original color here, and we just kind of like modify it a little bit, so we get our texture in there still. So we've still got some texture going on there overall, which is alright. I'm gonna take this guy, we're gonna try to blend this out a little bit more. There we go. So see, look at that. We've got a more functional mountain than we started with. It's not the most perfect mountain, but it's our mountain, and that's pretty cool. There we go. We're gonna add our texture back into the mountain a little bit. See, we're making our little happy accident work. Look at that. There we go. See, we're bringing our texture back into this mountain, and it's starting to look like a decent mountain. You see, if this is a mountain that if you look at this from far away would look nice. There we go. We're getting somewhere. There we go. There, look at that. So now we've got some texture to this mountain again. I think I'm gonna blend out this a little bit here though, just for that bit. But yeah, look at that. See, now we have this nice looking mountain, and that's pretty cool. Very nice. So now what I think I want to do, how long have I been live for actually? I'm curious how long I've been working on this. Been live for 40 minutes already. Wow, that's surprising. Well then, okay. That's alright. I am actually going to, while I'm thinking about it, I do need to drink some water, because I'm very thirsty. So we're going to have a little water checkpoint. I had to reach, I have my water far out of the way so I don't accidentally punch it, because I would prefer not to do that. Alright. And now I'm going to put my water back. Sorry that I'm sticking my head through all of our paintbrushes here, but it's just have to reach my water. Alright. Now we're going to continue working on this painting. Let me think. Let's see. So I want to add some water in here. I think I want to go with a deeper purplish blue color. So we'll get started on that. See. So we'll go here. Let's think. I'm gonna add, a little bit of this lighter blue. And we're gonna add a little bit of lighter red to that. That's a nice purple color that we've got going on. That's really nice there, actually. So I want to pull that color out here some more. And that one is really nice. I like that gradient on the color, but it's too much for the water, I'd say. So we're gonna come in here with the blue. We're gonna bring some blue back into this. Let's pull this purple like over on top of it. There we go. Now this color is, let's see, well actually what we'll do is we'll do a little paint test. We're gonna take our little 1-inch brush here. We're gonna grab our sky color. I'm gonna place it right here. Gonna wash our brush off. I don't do this all the time, because I get used to pressing the button, but it's alright. So we got our brush washed off. We're gonna grab this color right here, and I want to see the difference. Okay, that's a very different color. That's what I was going for. I'm glad that it's slightly different. Cool. Guess I'll just. I love that. Let's see. We're just gonna remove that. Okay. I love this thing. I wish this was a thing that existed or like that I could have in real life. This is a canvas. This canvas we're using here is like a couple $100 in real life, but it's still nice though. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a 2-inch brush here, and we can just pull in from the sides, and then we'll blend it out in the center with to create a reflection. And then we'll add in ground and I think some trees. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to start with our color here that we've created. I've got to say, having unlimited paint is very nice. This makes things way easier. Alright, it's a bit of paint, but it's okay. Yeah. just gonna start from the bottom. Change in a little bit how much we're in from the middle. Because in real life, you would get the individual bristle pattern in a different way. It's hard to describe. Okay, so yeah, something like this. There we go. That's what we're kind of going for. If we can achieve that in some manner. There we go. Okay. You see, this is the kind of thing you want to go for when you're creating a reflection in water. Is this kind of shape? I'll come in fully down here. Okay. See, now you see these individual bristle patterns in the water, and now we can take that with your blending brush here, you know, and now we've got a little bit of a reflection in our water so far, and we can actually, I'm going to blend out the edges of this here in a different way. Alright, and now we're going to create some kind of ground of some type. I think I want to go with like a greenish yellow color for the edges here. We're going to put some ground in here, and then we'll put in some ground in these areas, and we'll dot that with shrubbery and things like that, of that nature. We've got to start. I do like that we have a color dragger. That is a color shaper, I should say. Not, it is a dagger color shaper. I read that wrong. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to set that down for a second, and I'm going to think about our painting here. Alright. I think. Okay. Now let's think about this for a little bit. We're gonna add some kind of tree of some sort. I'm not 110% sure yet. We'll see what we do. Trying to think. Let me check something really quick. Okay, yeah, we're all good. I was just double checking something. Anyway, so trying to figure out here. I want to think about how this is going to go. So I have like somewhat of an idea, but I'm not 100% sure yet. This is very rarely I do like a freeform painting like this, but I've only done one other freeform painting, and that was the one that I made for you. And then this was my third painting ever here. Let's think. Okay, so I'm going to start working on a ground color of some sort. So I'm going to grab this, we're going to grab our palette knife, and we're going to create like a ground. So this is oopsie. This is a bit of a darker, I don't remember the name of this color. This is a it's a burnt sienna. Actually, no, that's burnt sienna. It's yellow ochre. I can't remember what this color is called. There's different names for all of them, but we're gonna combine that with some of this here. It's yellow ochre or burnt sienna or whatever the hell it is. I think it's a dark sienna. This is yellow ochre. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna mix that in there, and then bring in some of our lighter green color here. This is sap green. Now you get this lighter tone. And I think we'll add some Van Dyke brown to it because this is technically ground. Brown is a very, very strong color, as you can see here. Alright. It's like pretty close to the original color, but it's fine. Now what I want to do is we're going to take this bristled 1-inch oval. It's smooth. This is our bristled one. And we are going to just kind of add this in here. And then on a separate layer, actually, so I don't mess this up, we're on our third layer here. Actually, might even go fourth layer. On a fourth layer, we're gonna add our ground in, because I don't want to interact with this snow and stuff. And we're gonna add in our ground. We actually will probably do something like this first. This brush moves frequently. It's strange looking. Yeah, so this one at once, I want this to be more of a consistent all across, and then we'll dot it with a grass color that we create in a second. But I want to establish where this ground lives. Just put it in here. I'll actually save this brush. I should be using a different brush for this. I should be using this brush for this aspect. All right. Yeah, we got a good start there, and then we'll just kind of like blend things around in different ways. Take our blending brush, blend it out here. Yeah, it's a different kind of thing going on. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So we've got some sort of ground going on here, you know? I want to actually take this and try to think. I feel like I can't create very good reflections in this, which is fine. That's okay. Because also I did this on separate layers, so creating a reflection the way that I traditionally would isn't going to work the same way, but that's okay. What I'm going to do now is we're going to create our grass color. I don't need our watercolor anymore, so we'll just kind of do that. And if I need to grab it, I can just make it again or do whatever with it. I can just actually grab it off the canvas if need be. Anyway, what we're going to do now, this is going to be a much more yellow color than what I started with here. So we're going to do a green and yellow to start. So we've got our green here, and we're going to lighten it up a little bit with a little bit of this bright yellow. Now this creates a lime green kind of color. I feel like I could use like a little touch of brown, little Van Dyke brown. Never hurt anyone. However, brown is very strong, so you need a lot of the rest of your color to go over it. Now this is a much lighter color than the ground below it that we've created, which is good. We want it to be There we go. I like this color. I think that will look nice. Okay. So now what we can do is now we can take our bristle brush. I'll just put it in there. Now you could do this with a 2-inch brush normally, but in the case of the way this game functions, it doesn't let me do that very easily. If I were just to tap on this with this 2-inch brush, it would just be blotches rather than tiny like spots that I'm going for, like this, like grass. Like this here, as you can see there. I can put this down. That's our little grass color. It's getting blended with the with this color here, but that's okay because we want this to stand out in its own way. So we have to keep going back to this color frequently to get this the way that we want it to be. But that's alright. I'm really liking how this is turning out so far. You know, it's taken a while, but it's been really fun. And that's kind of, I figured I'd do something else with the content, you know? I've been like 4 or 5 Minecraft streams in a row now. I think it's been 4 in a row since I've played any other games. And you know, that's alright as well. But I figured I'd change it up a little bit. Create and go with this game. Because I've known about it for a long time. I followed the development of it. And recently did actually get a dedicated app on Oculus Quest, which is really good because that opens it up to a lot more people. What I'm doing currently, because the Oculus Quest performance is not that great for a lot of things, and so what I'm doing instead is I'm using Steam VR, and then I'm using my Oculus Quest as a dedicated headset, and I'm actually wirelessly connecting it to my computer. So the only thing my Quest is doing is just having hand and displaying this to me. You cannot actually play this game without a VR headset. It will not allow you to. However, I think so you can use an Oculus Quest as a dedicated headset rather than compared to like an HTC Vive or like a Valve Index. Like a Valve Index is like $1,000, and I'm not paying that for that. And also the thing with the Valve Index is I have to set it up in a room, and I have like a giant cable with it, and then I have to set up all these motion tracking cameras and stuff, and it's very complicated and expensive. And I don't have the space for that because I'm very limited in this house for what VR titles I can play. That's why I haven't really bought any. This is actually one of the few that I've purchased, and I have this directly on my computer, so I have to be near it for it to connect properly. And then we just run Steam VR, and then I capture this as this footage. I have to make sure that it captures both eyes, because the way VR works is it's actually 2 tiny screens in each eye, displaying an image to you in slightly different angles. And then you have the lenses that you look through to magnify that. However, so what it has to do is it has to record both of the screens at the same time and then crop them and put them together so it looks like a standard 16:9 image that you would see normally if you were like playing a regular video game. So that's streaming it like that is it's difficult to get it sort of working. But it looks much nicer than seeing just all you would see is like a much smaller square. You'd see the game still just fine, but it would be a smaller square and it'd be at like a different angle than you might be used to, and it would be a lower resolution, which I didn't want. I wanted to keep this in 1080p at 60 FPS, and so that's what we got going on here. There we go. I've really enjoyed streaming this. Playing this in general has been really fun, actually. This is the most I've played of it at one time in one sitting. I really hope you enjoy this. Like it could be hit or miss. You know, it might not be as relaxing for you as other things, but I hope it becomes relaxing. I hope that you enjoy it. I know it's not very engaging content because I'm just sitting here painting, and it's very long. But hopefully, with the addition of the music, um, I can keep this entertaining for you in some manner, or at least relaxing to watch. Because I feel this is very relaxing to paint like this, being able to paint and but being able to paint in general is a very relaxing experience, and it's very, very cool that we have the technology now to do this in a virtual environment. Um, because I am limited on space here, and so I can do this from sitting at my desk, just scooted it. I'm sitting in my chair still, but I'm just a lot further away from my desk and things like that. I really hope that you enjoy this. I'm not done. I'm not done yet though with this. We'll finish this painting, and then I'll consider if you want to see another stream of this at a different point in time. If you want to catch it live, I can actually set up a thing where it allows me to see YouTube chat by looking at my wrist, so I can see when you do chat. And if you would like another stream of this, I might like follow a Bob Ross tutorial. Maybe that might be like an activity for the stream, is to try to complete this Bob Ross tutorial. And I think that would be pretty cool, because there is YouTube built in here, so you can watch that. So this is from the people that make this. It's like 57-minute tutorial to draw that bird. But you can use YouTube like regularly, so you can search up Bob Ross or any other painting tutorial. And I think we might try that in the next stream if you would like me to stream this again. This is very fun, and it's very different from the things that I normally do or the games that I normally play. But it's very enjoyable. I've got to say, like, overall, it's really fun, and I've had a lot of fun with it so far, and I hope you've had a good time watching it so far. I understand completely if you don't enjoy it, and that's okay too. But yeah, it's all right. It's just we're gonna continue with our painting, you know. What I want to do now is I want to take our blender brush here, and I want to kind of like pull this down, so we get that blended into our little guy down there. I think what I might do is I might come in here with a little bit of this and place a little bit more in this spot here. Give me a second. Yeah, we're gonna fill in this little section there, like that. Yeah, there you go. And I might fill in this little area here too. Yeah, and kind of like maybe make it come down a little bit, like that. Yeah, okay. And then I'll take our blender brush and kind of reduce things a little bit. Yeah. Let me think. Ooh, yeah. I should probably think about this for a second. Take this blended in there. And I see this. We've got a little bit of a reflection type. We have a water line, and I might create a more pronounced water line. So what we might do is we actually might make this bigger, and then go in with all the, like, look at all the details in this. This looks really cool at a larger scale, actually. Look at the tiny painting. Okay, I want to actually make this bigger because I want to do some fine detail work on this water line here. We'll do that in a second. I want to fix this up, actually, so I'll return this to its original size really quick, because I want to fix a couple details there, and then I want to go in with a hard water line along this edge here, so that'll be cool after we construct the rest of this ground properly. Alright. Now we're going to do something here really quick, because it appears that my headset battery is low. So I'm going to use it while it's plugged in. One moment, please. We're going to do a quick little be right back while I fix this really quick, because it's going to look very disorienting on your end. So 1 moment, please. Do a little, very short be right back. I'm going to set up this charger really quick and get that all going. Should be okay though. Do this. That is the wrong cable. Having some technical difficulties currently. I just need to find this cable that I was using. Okay. Plug this in off the side here. There's that. Like so. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this cable around, and we're gonna plug this in down here. Charging light is working. All right. Nice. I'm going to put my headphones back on, do that whole thing. Cool. Okay, now we're charging, and that works. I can continue to paint this for longer. Yeah. All right. We'll conclude our little be right back. Return to our game here. There we go. Okay. Anyway, back up this again. Adjusting my headset really quick. Hold on. Change some things around. All right. Cool. Anyway, I'll put this back on. Fix this. There's my hands are dangling because I'm fixing the wrist straps on these controllers. These wrist straps are kind of similar to like Wiimote controllers. Okay. Anyway, back to this. I'm going to take our blending brush. I'm going to kind of blend this edge out a little bit. Okay. Like so. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Just gotta check to make sure everything is running smoothly on that end still. Yeah, we're good. All right. So, you know, that's never gone away. I thought that would actually go away. Who knows? I don't use the thing anyway, so it's fine. But anyway, what we're gonna do now is now that we've done these larger parts, I want to fix that part. So we're gonna go to layer 2 here, and I'm just going to do something here. We'll take our little. Actually, I could probably take this guy here. Just work it in there, just like that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now you see, now it's just more like a reflection in the water. Look at that. Cool. I wanna kind of pull that up there some more. It's not terrible. We're gonna switch to the layer 4 and come back here with our kind of bring this like that. There we go. We can also make this larger if we wanted to. Oh, it makes it thicker. That's cool. It's really thick, really thin. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, I want to pull this down some more, just like that. There we go. Okay. And now what we're going to do is I want to come in here with just straight up white. We're going to make this a lot bigger. Very big. Okay, so this is going to make my life a lot easier. I'll move this over here. Yeah, so we're going to take the palette knife in here. Now we're going to do some wacky stuff. We're going to, actually, I want to see if this color shaper works better for this. I want to see, like, how this would look. I'm trying to think about it. I do want to switch to layer 3 though, just so we don't mess with the rest of this stuff. So if I just straight up just take some, I'll make a color really quick here. Hold on. I'll take a little bit of this, mostly white, really. Put it right here. I like a little bit of blue in there. I think that'll work nice. Yeah, that's a nice color. Okay, so we're gonna experiment a little bit. We're gonna try with this color shaper, and I want to see in what manner I can get color on here. So then does that mean we can just come in here like, oh, I definitely need like the thing on here for this. How is that? That shouldn't be interacting with this. Hold on a second. I need to see something. So this can just... No, it's not. They're not interacting at all. Okay, cool. So it's just with the color that I have. Okay. So we're just going to come in here. This is very tricky to pull off. Especially with very unsteady hands. I might actually use my other hand just to steady myself. Alright. Whoopsie. Okay. Gotta fix that. It's my tracking got mixed up. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is actually I'm gonna bring back that color a little bit. Hold on. That's fine. It's alright. We'll work with it. It's okay. Adds character to the old painting, you know. It'd be cool if I could place this back. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this creates a little bit of a, like an edge to the water, you know? Gives a little bit more depth to this space. Just a little bit. There we go, look at that. There we go. Appears I've run out of white. That's a little bit much there, but it's alright. It's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I might fix things up a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we've got a little more detail. So now you can see like a lot more of the finer details to this piece at this larger scale, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna put that back. Okay. Reach up there and bring this back down to size. There we go. Okay. So now we've got, look at that, now we have a couple more details in there, and this made my life way easier being able to do it at a larger scale than what I started with, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So now what I want to kind of do is, let me think, if we put some like trees in here in some manner, that would be pretty cool. I have to think about that a little bit. If I were just to put like a tree like right in here, that would look kind of nice. Let's make a tree color. We could actually reuse our mountain color for the tree color. If I just take this color and add some dark green to it, we're gonna take this here. Keep the grass color. I'm gonna need that. Let's see. We'll just do this on the straight on the palette here. Do it off to this edge. All right, here we've got this color now. Here, I'll just do it from here. So we got that there, and I want to add a little bit of this brown thing in here. Creates this deeper color. See, that's like it's hard to see because like at the end of the day, it still looks kind of like it's black, but it is actually not. And that it not being necessarily black is what adds their depth to your painting, even if it looks to the naked eye, it looks like it's just midnight black or something, but it's actually not. Okay, I just want to say like the effect layers on this painting here is really crazy because this is how it works in real life and it's fancy. Anyway, so having that effect there, so that like this in most instances might look like black if you didn't see the midnight black right next to it, but having that differentiation in color is very important in oil painting because it allows you to have a bit more variation within the painting, and you can tell the depth in individual things like that when there's just minimal difference between the colors. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I want to think about creating a painting or like a tree right here of sorts. We could actually just straight up do it on, let me think about this, because our grass is our highest layer. So we'll just go on layer 4, I think, and just kind of place it right in here. Like here, I think. And then we'll come in with this fine brush and we might do some fancier stuff later. Let's think. Okay, I'm planning this out in my head so you can... I know it's one of the slower parts of the stream, but I just want to figure out what I want to do with this painting. I'm really liking how it's looking so far, because if we like, if I go here and I just roll this thing back really far, you know, like from a distance there, that looks, it looks like something, you know. May not be the best, but it is a painting, and that is still pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna think about this. I want to... Maybe take this pointed round brush and just kind of put something here. So we'll go to layer 4. I think with our color that we've created here, which I still need, I actually want to add some green to that still. Hold on. Just a little bit of green. There we go. Yeah, that's really neat. Okay, that's the kind of the color I was going for. We'll take that. We'll take our pointed round brush. Like that. Can we load this with paint in any discernible manner? Yeah, so that's working. It's just the paint isn't visible very easily. That's alright. Okay. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to definitely turn on brush stabilization. And we're going to come in probably like right here, you know. This is this good old tree just right on top. It's going to be tricky to pull off. gonna definitely load this up. Might have to do this with a palette knife actually, because this is a little tricky. Okay. No. I might just straight up just use the old 2-inch brush or fan. Actually, we'll try the fan brush. I think that might give us a better result here if I can keep it straight. It'd be great if I could place this paint just on top of that, but hold on. Let me think about this. Actually, what I could do is I could reduce in the settings really quick while we do this part. Wait a minute. I could just do this on this layer instead. If we'll continue the tree on a separate layer. Do that. Just for this part. Oh, I know it's going to be below that, isn't it? Yeah, that's just lower. So you can't actually see it. I'm not very smart, am I? Let's see. Let me think about this. If we were to just go in here. Okay. I'm going to reduce the way paint mixes, right? Let's see. General painting, canvas mixing sensitivity. We're gonna drop it entirely, so I can just take this guy just for now. We're gonna clear this off. We're gonna load it up and just place it right there with no issue. Oh, it's on the wrong layer. Whoopsie. That one. Put that back, go back to our layers, go to layer 4. Okay, so we're just going to place this right on top. No problem. Look at that. There we go. Okay. See, there's our good thing right here. So we're going to reduce. Here, there we go. Okay, so we've reduced the mixing sensitivity on the canvas, which is fine. Which is actually what we're going to need to do this, pull this tree off in the best way that we can. We're going to do something like this right there. And now, if we take our, let me think about this. We want to come here and we want to pull this outwards like this, kind of like this. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna place this back here like that. Okay. You know, we're getting somewhere. There is something cool. And we'll create ground for this tree soon. Just for this portion, I want to kind of keep going as is. There we go. Okay. See, we're getting somewhere with this. There we go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to come in here with our palette knife, and we're going to grab this little bit of white here. Okay, we're going to turn on our brush stabilization, and we're just going to kind of like place this right right in here like this. Okay. Now we'll come back with we're actually going to go with our bristle 1-inch brush. And we're going to make another new color. Wowee. And I'm trying to think about it. So since I would have gone with like a snow-crested tree, but in this case, because we have our greenery around us, I think we'll go with just a nice new leaf color. We can actually base it off of the ground, our grass color here. We'll create it in this corner here, because why not? Just use all the available space I've got. And I want to mix this with a green. Make it a little more green in there. I'm gonna add some more green to this actually. Okay. Now this is a very different color from what we started with the grass, comparatively, because like that's our difference in shades. I think I might add just a little bit more green in there, just to get it a little bit darker. And then we're gonna take our bristled brush. That's a smooth. That's the bristle. Just gotta make sure. And we're gonna go in here like this. Keep going. Okay. So now, actually, should probably do this with a fan brush. Actually no, this should work just fine. Just no problem. Just little light taps here and there. Just tiny taps. Look at that. We've got ourselves a nice, happy little tree friend right here. And he can live right here. This is our lovely tree friend, and we like him a whole lot. Would you look at that? Gonna add a little bit more leaves on him, just so you can. He's a lively little guy. You know, you can just add our leaves like this. Look at that. It's our happy tree friend. And there's our one tree there. We might give him a little friend later. But this is working out really well. I like that I definitely want to play with the lower mixing sensitivity on the canvas, because that makes my life a lot easier for certain parts. I think adjusting it on the fly is probably the best idea. Now what I want to do is we're going to add more greenery in this section here. So we're going to take our tree color that we made, which is right there, and we're going to add different spots. Oh, actually, what we'll do is we'll make our bushes first. So we'll take this guy. Let's see. What do you think? Yeah, we'll just go with a 1-inch brush here. Whoopsie. And go with some of our leaf color. If we go with, actually, we'll start with this color here, and then we'll just place in. What's going on here? We're on layer 4, right? Yeah. It's odd. It should be this color right here. And it's showing up on there as that color, but it's not displaying correctly. Hold on. Yeah, it's displaying as the color underneath it, which is odd. Whoops, I accidentally harmed our little guy here. Let's see. I'll just fix that up a little bit. 1 second. Okay. This is odd. Let me see, because the drawing is... Yeah, that shows up correctly there. But for some strange reason, let me maybe update the canvas like this. And then try it out here again. Because a lower layer as well, which is odd. Shouldn't be happening like that. Strange. Let me think about this. Is it just with the, can't be with just the 1-inch brush, right? So you let's try it with the fan brush instead. So that displays correctly, okay. So I think it's just a visual bug with the 1-inch flat brush, which is okay. We'll just do it with this instead. Or wait, no, we should just do it with this guy. Yep. Okay. We're gonna add all of our shrubbery in here, like this. In this section. Now we're gonna go in here. We're actually gonna take our, that was our mountain color. We're gonna create, let me think, what is it? We're gonna take our ground color here. We're gonna add this in a little bit, just like this. We're gonna blend in our ground color into these edges, like this, around this edge here, kind of as a little null. We're gonna take our blending brush, we're gonna blend this in like this. There we go. Getting a phone call at the moment, 1 second. Yellow. Hello. Hello. Yep.
Yeah, just like 14-year-old like online friend, bro. Oh my god, bro. See, it's impossible to have fun in Fortnite nowadays, bro.
Them.
Bro, so we're just gonna do a 2v2. Me and Matthew versus him and his friend. And all his friend does is complain about Amos's. Bro, he couldn't say a single other word except, oh, well, you have Amos. Well, you have Amos. When you're on Warzone, I do better than he's like, it's because you have Amos. He plugs his controller in and he instantly dies. Like, bro, what's the point of even complaining? He's so bad, too.
Them.
And I'm trying to think how fun they all trying to just spray his SMG.
Hmm.
He just only shoots SMG.
Oh.
He shoots at the bottom and then just shoots at your bow and stuff. And then so we found Warzone, trying to hit that on this guy. And then now they're gonna go play Orange. So, you're gonna push this stuff.
We'll be able to in a little bit.
What are you doing right now?
I'm currently doing a VR stream at the moment. I'm almost done. I'm playing a painting game at the moment.
A painting game?
Yeah, it's really cool actually.
Are you talking to me while you're playing right now?
Yeah.
Alright, is it on Twitch?
No. Yep. It's actually like a really advanced painting game.
What was it? So you made that painting?
Yep. That's what I've been working on for, let me look, an hour and a half now. Yeah, it's actually really cool. This game's pretty fun actually. It's not a very interesting stream though because it's just me painting. I'm almost done with this though. But yeah, I'll call you back. I'll call you back in a bit.
Wait, no, Rory. No. Wait, does this save whenever you are doing this?
Yeah.
It's like if you leave, it will save it.
Well, no, it's you have to. I have to manually. So there's auto saving every couple of minutes, but then I have to manually save it if I leave.
Oh, alright.
Okay. I'll talk to you in a bit.
How much longer do you think?
Probably like 30 minutes. See ya. So anyway, we're gonna continue with this setup here. A slight interruption. My apologies. But anyway, I'm gonna continue with this. I'm going to go here and I'm going to do a little bit more blending, and then I want to add in our leaf color that we created. Where was that at? It's this guy. I'm just gonna lightly Ooh, I didn't think about this too much, did I? So I should probably create a slightly darker leaf color. Okay. I'm gonna grab the palette knife here, and we're gonna change this a little bit. Here's a darker green color that works. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna add that onto our brush instead. Add this in. There we go. Okay. Cool. And now we're gonna come in here. I'm gonna make this bigger. I think. And I'm going to create like work on the water line in this spot a little bit. Okay. Come with our white again. Kind of add in a little bit here, just like that. There we go. That looks way nicer in these spots. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Coming with the blending brush, we're gonna make this thinner. Hold on. Make this a little bit thinner. I'm just gonna blend in these edge bits, like this spot here. Kind of blend that a little bit better, and then add in a little bit more of our ground. Not with this brush though. Kind of push that around a little bit better, like that. So we don't really want to see our water through these bushes, but that's okay. We'll make it work in a second. I'm going to take this guy actually again. This is our very useful brush. This is one of the few brushes that works similarly to how it should in real life. That's why I use it so much. Because I can get these dotting the way that I want it to be a little bit more consistently. I think I've gotten a little bit better at it. But there we go, look at that. I think I'll be done with this relatively soon, I'd say. Just stretching at the moment. Yeah, I like being able to resize this canvas. Yeah. Okay, what else do I want to do here? Because we've got our little like tree area in there. If I add some like tiny trees in the distance, maybe. I'm not sure. I think this turned out pretty nicely overall. You know what? I think we can call that an end to our painting here. You know? I'm gonna come in with the... we'll sign this. Alright, come in with this little guy. I'm gonna do bright red, just straight on the brush. And we're gonna assign this here. Just like that. Look at that. Created a lovely painting. Looks very nice when scaled up, you know? All kinds of details and things like that. And I think this turned out really well, especially considering this would take me like 4 hours to do in real life. But this went by pretty quickly, I've gotta say. I want to save this definitely. Save this painting. Alright. Look at that. Now we have that painting. I'm actually going to export this painting as a gallery 3D image studio photo at 4K. Let me think. Yeah, we'll export as 4K. Cool. Alright. And now we've got this lovely painting that we've created. And look at that, and we did that all virtually. I really like how this turned out. And now I have this as a actual file as well. And here we are. Wonder if I could, like, if I lowered that all the way and I lowered this down even further, I wonder how big I can make this. I just punched something. Whoopsie. I don't think there's much of a size limit, is there? That's cool. Whoop. Tiny painting. That actually looks really cool when it's small. But there we are. Look at that. And that is pretty nice. I like how this turned out, you know? Over the past, how long now? Hour and 45 minutes almost? We managed to get a lot done. You know, we made this really neat painting. And I really hope that you enjoyed this stream, or found it relaxing overall. If you did, and you did enjoy it, then let me know, and I will consider doing another one. And next time I might do it in a different manner, and I'll get some feedback on that as well. I do hope that you enjoyed, though, overall. I suppose for our meet the satisfying end for this. Look at that. That was nice. But yeah, that's our painting. But I do hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you did as well. And if you did enjoy it enough, then I might do more in the future. I might do different ones that are like a little bit more complex. This was a completely free-form build for me, which I've only done one other free-form one that like I didn't follow a bot browse tutorial for. But because I've done 3 paintings in total. The first one I did was following a tutorial, but I kind of made it my own. The second one was more freeform, and this one is also freeform as well. And this one, you know, I feel like that the image that I made for you turned out a lot better. But for VR painting, this turned out pretty nicely, especially because I've been having to work with the weird limitations and quirks of a simulation like this. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to, but I'd say everything turned out pretty well. And I think I will call it an end to the stream. Alright. One moment, please. So there. And thank you for watching. I think I'll end this here.